Oh well, we've witnessed the sad demise of the Whim Creek Hotel. So now we'll turn left, and my GPS, I just reprogrammed another set of coordinates into the navman, and of course it says it cannot calculate a route. So I'm saying to the navman people, why? What's wrong with you that you can't calculate a route from the Whim Creek Hotel to where I want to go? Anyway, I'll have to just go back to the map or rely on your opposition, which is Garmin. Okay, I'll just have to look for some signs. Can't read it anyway in this light. Okay, we're on our way. Well, that's a real shame about Whim Creek. But I'm thinking, maybe some of these outlaw motorcycle clubs should buy it, and they could turn it into an Australian version of Sturgis, the motorcycle rally that they have, where thousands and thousands of them could converge on that pub and have a whale of a time. They'd have to increase their accommodation units, I think, though. Just a thought. I've just had a reprogram of both GPSs because there are a number of different camps on the way to Millstream that I want to have a look at, and I'm not quite sure whether the roads that are actually shown now on my HEMA map are actually open to the public, but I'll put two different destinations in, and we'll have a look at one very shortly because it's telling me to turn right at about 10 kilometres. And the second one that I'm looking at is it's about 47 kilometres away from where I am now. But it's actually, I know that is specifically on the way to Millstream, but it's on a different road. Okay, Karen, don't panic. I might just park over there a minute and have a look. Once again, it's fenced off, but that's okay. Well, for a nice little freebie campsite, this would be pretty good. Not suitable for caravans. Take note, caravanners. But people, even a camper trailer, you might just squeeze in, but there's only a couple of sites here. So, and I probably shouldn't even put it up on YouTube because every man and his dog that sees it will want to go there. Anyway, quite a nifty little place. If you have the coordinates. There we have it. Now the exit is pretty dicey. Okay, so that was Sherlock River. Oh, these are the flat plains out here. Well, this is my turn-off coming up to, we're on the Pannawonica Red Dog Highway. Now let's have a look here. Millstream Chichester National Park, 200 metres, no fuel at Millstream, we know that. I've got to find out how far it is, because I've used up some. I didn't top up at Whim Creek, which is what I was going to do originally. Let me have a look. maximum vehicle length 20 metres. The road is open to Millstream. I need to check to see just how far it is and how far it is back on the other road. I'll be back with you in a minute. Well, it looks like it's only about 100 or something, and another 100 back out, so we'll try it, we'll do it, and we still have our 20 litres in reserve at the back, so that's 140 k's worth of driving. Okay, here we go. What time is it? 20 minutes to 1. What's my odometer? 174. Dusty roads. If you were a sailor out there, you'd be in 7th heaven. That wind, it's shocking. When I went to pull the curtain down, it was it was blowing like a big sail. Anyway, this is the Roeburne Whitenoom Road. Whitenoom being synonymous with blue asbestos, and it's now a town that doesn't exist, and tourists still go there apparently, according to I saw an article just recently on the ABC saying that some tourists were still going to Whitenoom at great risk to their health 20 or 30 years down the track. Kaye and I certainly visited there 30 years ago. Touchwood, I'm still breathing. years ago when Kaye and I actually must have driven up this road. I'm pretty sure we did. And I said to her at the time, that's like a gigantic big nipple sitting on top of that tree, on the top of that hill. So it became Nipple Mountain. And yes, there it is in its full glory. Look at that. Sorry, Shire of Ashburton. Well, there's the official sign, and it says Millstream Chichester National Park. Now I think we climb up to through the hills now. Okay, yeah, we can go camping. No dogs and no fires. like this. Okay. I hope I get to Python Pool soon then. Because that's where this road is supposed to take me. Apparently. Doing about 10 things at once here. And I think if this road is now paved, I'll take my hubs out. Round we go, round we go, round we go. Let me have a look. It said 10k, so I think I will. There's nothing else coming that I can see. Alright, hold on. We'll take our hubs out. Readjust the side of the rear view camera as well. Hit that button there. Yep, okay. Right. I'll take you off. Would you look at that? Hang on. This has got to be a photo from the Canon. Well, I just stopped to take this Vista. Wow. Ain't that something? And we're perched precariously on the brow of a hill. But I don't care, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. There's Nipple Mountain over there in the distance. Look, see, we've come all the way down that road. You can make the road out. This is the one that Kaye and I came up 30 years ago. Ha ha ha. Okay, well I don't need the Harding Down catchment boundary. Here we go again. Tyre pressure's dropped down has made a bit of a difference unless the road has ironed itself out. But it certainly did make a difference. And we know this. it shows that Millstream itself should have only just been across the way. And as the guy, I just spoke to an Indigenous fellow there from the water called Merv, and Merv said, if it's as the crow flies, you're only 10 k's away from it. But if you want to get in there, it's another 42 k's to the Millstream homestead. So now I'm on the road to Tom Price or back to Karratha, and I noticed the two campsites that I was looking at, one is 38 k's and the other is 40 or something. So I don't know, this is supposed to be the latest book and everything has changed slightly. I've just lost my absolute bearings coming down that gravelly road, thinking that it was going to drop me right at the actual campsites. And I even missed Python Pool, because Python Pool was on the same road and I didn't see any signs to it. Oh, okay. So we're on the Karratha Tom Price Road, or whatever they call it. 240 k's outside of Tom Price. Looks like I'll be going home the same old way. I hope the GoPro's picking up the colours of that. Beautiful. Everywhere you look, it's purple. Must be like Scotland and the heather. The purple heather. Now, I don't know if you can make it out right now, but there's a train on the horizon there just as the road starts to curve around. And that could be one of the reasons why these maps are all up the spout, because the mining have changed everything. There's the train, an ore carrier, taking it all out of Tom Price to Karratha, no doubt. There's the road to Pannawonica. That was the road that I was originally thought I'd be on. Millstream 21. Look at that. See that? Sorry, but this is what happens. This is what mining has done. They've screwed up the bloody roads. 18 k's to Deep Reach, 22 to the homestead. This is why I can't. You get knocked out with where these roads are on some of these maps. They change everything so quickly. The maps aren't up to date. Now that's the latest Camp 11 book that's supposed to have the latest up-to-date HEMA maps in it, and they're not. Anyway, that's not a rant, it's just a comment on what mining is doing to this state. And whilst it's producing lots and lots of revenue and it's creating all this infrastructure, it's creating havoc too with some elements. I'm going to be interested when I do get home to get a large-scale, up-to-date map and see just exactly where I've been, because this doesn't, to me, this is not making sense, the direction. And I have a pretty good sense of direction, let me tell you. And this has changed. It's like I've been forced around in a big circle. What's wrong with this guy here? Let's see. He was taking photos of the Nawa. Look at that though. And I don't blame him. That's beautiful. Look at that colour, that purple. If there's no room at the inn here, the day is getting on, it's 2:30 now, and I've picking up that colour. Woo! Again, and I thought we'd already been in it, but we've been in it and come out of it, and now we're back in it. Crazy. I stopped at the self-registration thing like I did at the gorge, onto the gorge, and there's no envelopes there in the book. No envelopes at all. There's plenty of paraphernalia about the park itself. So I'm just going to head down to the homestead and hope that there's somebody there and say, look, I haven't, how do I book in, or can I book in? If not, then I'm all the way back out of here and off to Tom Price or Pannawonica, both of which are in opposite directions from each other, and then I have to make a decision at the T intersection. I somehow don't think I'll be renewing my annual parks pass with our Department of Parks and Wildlife, because I'm not that impressed with the whole system anymore. Every now and again this GoPro must lose its gyroscope. It starts filming upside down. It's not supposed to. You're supposed to stay the right way up all the time. Stargazers campground in there. Crikey. Okay, well, we're coming into the nitty-gritty and it looks very busy. I'm looking for the information booth, the reception desk, or Villiana campground. Looks awfully busy. This is where Kaye and I originally came 30 years ago, I believe. Visitor Centre. Let's go to the Visitor Centre. That'd be a good idea. See if they can put us up for the night. Ooh, I remember the homestead. Where's Visitor Centre? Is there anybody actually there? Okay. Well, once again, it's this online booking crap. There's nobody around. there's an iPad there, and they said, oh, the printer doesn't work, so you've got to take a photo of it with your phone. And I can't be bothered at this time of the day. It's stinking hot. All I want to know is there a campsite available? How much? Here's the money. But no, they've got to make it that bloody difficult for people now. And this looks totally and utterly different to how I remember it. I think over to the left there is all the, used to be water. I'm going to go and try and find, there's supposed to be a camp host here, and see if he can either book me in, I only just want to stay a night. Otherwise I'm heading off, I think, to Tom Price. Where is the bloody way in? Oh, Milliana Campground. Okay, let's go here. This is the place. I mean, this was always a beautiful, beautiful place from my memory. But then, I don't know. It just, they just screw it up for some reason. Camping fees apply. I know camping fees apply. What does that say? Visit a campground host. Huh? Campsite bookings online only. See note board for details. Well, no, well, sorry. I can't be bothered with the bullshit. I really can't. This is crazy. I'm looking for a campground host. He probably won't be able to book me in. Anyway, Kaye, have a good look at this, because this might be about the only vision you're going to see of it. Remember Neil, Kaye? Neil, who used to had a big bonfire. It's nothing like it was. It's nothing like it used to be. Oh, progress. Over there to the left, I think, if you're lucky, there could be a big pool. No. Well, I'm sorry, but I think I'm out of here. I've seen enough already. I hate to be a downer, but you know, you have these memories of places, and then you come back and you find that they've actually been despoiled, not improved. The only one that was exactly the same is virtually Winjana Gorge, and that they haven't touched it, and it's brilliant, as you can see, because I left you with the vision. Anyway, I don't see a campground host, so I'm out of here. Okay, now that gentleman over there, he's the camp host. He couldn't book me in, and very helpful gentleman too, and I mean, I probably could get a campsite, but I can't be bothered, because what he was telling me, he said even the road to Tom Price, where I was planning to go, you have to have a permit to drive it now, because it's owned by Rio Tinto, and they make you watch a video, and then they ask you questions about the video. For Christ's sake, I thought this was Australia and Western Australia. Here comes a rant. Rio Tinto own a bloody main road and make you watch a video before you can bloody well get on it? For Christ's sake, is the country going to with dogs? Dogs? Come on, McGowan, do something about that. Well, this used to be the camping area at Millstream, as Kaye and I remember it. It's called Deep Reach, and the campground that I just came into and then just got straight out of again has been moved, and it's probably 4 or 5 kilometres away. Have a listen to the next door people here. Unbelievable. we have a tale of a South Australian guy called Neil, who used to chop the trees down here. That's probably why, one of the reasons why they stopped it from being a campsite.
Weight versus water displacement, I reckon.
They used to have a big fire pit and one long drop dunny, and Neil would chop the branches off the trees and built up a fire in the fireplace and say to his wife Lynn, "Crack a tinny, Linny." Ah, it's all gone. Poor Neil. Poor me. Memory's just been debunked. So this is progress and the invasion of more people, concrete paths and interpretive signs. Oh well, you've got to cater to the masses, I guess. We saw it at its best. Well, I must admit I'm deeply saddened, as you can probably gather. But I'm not going to let it spoil my holiday. However, I am not going to stay here on principle at the campsite that I have to book into on an iPad, but I can't even read the screen. So, I'll drive at least the 95 k's to Pannawonica and see if I can find somewhere, a camping caravan park or something there, and set up shop for the night there and then head home. Well, we're going off into the unknown here. I actually might put this in four-wheel drive because we've got about 95 k's. I thought it was a sealed road, but it's not, it's a dirt road, so hang on. It cuts off instead of going to Karratha, it cuts off a heck of a lot of distance. So we're now in our four-wheel drive, and yep. be dead, so it won't matter. Bloody mining. My advice, folks, get out here while you can, because they're changing the landscape. Looking at was the Pannawonica Transit Park. And it's apparently you can camp there, but you pay at the library. Crikey, I hope the library's going to be open when I get there. What time do libraries close? 5? Oh, they'll probably be open. I'll be there in half an hour or so, I think. Nope. 60km/h bend. Better slow down. this one is Fortescue Roadhouse. These places up here, they're shocking for this bloody mining crap. It's all caters for mining, nothing about, you know, you want tourists to come up here. Put some bloody signs up, for Christ's sake. Make it more welcoming. So I don't even know, I think Fortescue had showed that you can camp there or something. I get to get pissed off this time of the day. That all stems from that bloody Millstream, and I suppose it's my own fault for not going and plugging myself into the system. You would think out here that you would be able to, some of these towns are just not friendly to tourists. They're not tourist friendly. Alright if you're on the main drag, but you get off and I don't want to know. This is still the, as far as I know, the Millstream Pannawonica Road, although it's probably called something else now. But there was a sign back in Pannawonica that said that the Northwest Coastal Highway, upon which I was and left earlier today, is about 46 k's from where Pannawonica, where I just rocked up and left. So we shouldn't be that far away from it. Mind you, I'm pushing it now because it's 4:45. I want to get to Fortescue at least and find fuel and hopefully somewhere to park the beast and stick the tent up. I'm sure it will all come to pass. Those hills to the right of me are absolutely covered, they're just purple. I don't know whether it's coming out because you're actually looking into the sun, and my GoPro Hero 7 Silver has just said cards full. Anyway, hopefully you're able to see some of this. We'll just have another little bit of a different view over there as the sun comes down into my eyes. Look at the colours out there now. It all changes. Bright red in the morning, dark brown at night. Must be a line for a song in there somewhere. So we're about to intersect with the goat track again. Highway number 1, Northwest Coastal Highway they call it here. Now, Karratha goes to the right, Carnarvon goes to the left. Now what I want to know is, how far is it to a roadhouse? Or fuel? What's this? This is the roadhouse. Or is it? No? I might, I've got to get me bearings. Pull up over in here. Nanyutara. Where is the bloody... I've got to get it. Well, it's been a very, very long day today. I've now been in the saddle for about 11 hours and I'm actually heading back up the highway by 40 k's to the Fortescue Roadhouse, where I am going to hopefully get a camp spot and also fuel. And the reason I'm doing this is because when I got to the intersection of this Northwest Coastal Highway and the Pannawonica Road, it was a choice. 46 back to, or 40 something back to Fortescue, or 168 to Nanyutara. And I am tired. I just want to park somewhere without having to search. So 40 k's back up the caravan. Oh, forget the caravan. And I've really given the beast a battering today. It's been over hundreds of kilometres of rocky, gravelly roads and he's loved it. I can see Nanyatara ahead, little white dots on the horizon. Not now, they're gone. Oh, to be sure, it's a sight to behold, I think. Did I say this was Nanyatara? It's not, it's Fortescue. Fortescue. Here we go. Yeah, baby. Pull in there, it's Ampol. Go on. I didn't know Ampol were back in business. They must be. I've been at a couple of their service stations. Right, down here. Okay, find a fuel bowser first, and then we'll. Oh, look, they've got lots of cabins and things. Yeah, it's one of those cabiny things. I come in the wrong way. Oh, look at me. Where's the diesel? Over there. There's got to be diesel in all of these folks. Ampol, Fortescue. Amplify diesel. Amplify. Okay, so stop engine. Where's the diesel? Amplify 98. Amplify diesel. There it is there. Okay. We've worked that out. Right. What have we got? Turn this off first. Well, I finally got into Fortescue Roadhouse, and this is their camping caravanning area. The unpowered sites are in the middle where I'm parked, and on the other side of that big tree there, and that's the ablution block in the middle. However, it's only for one night, and I've just received some unfortunate news because I now have to make my way home and be home as soon as possible. So I've actually, tomorrow I'm trying to get from here to Geraldton, which is 999 k's, and from Geraldton to home is about 897.